Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to take your shop from 0 to 100K or six figures itself within 1 year. So I've been doing Etsy for about 4 years, I suppose, 3 to 4 years. My very first year. I'm laughing because I've told myself I need to stop saying but I still said it. Anyways, so my very first year, I started on August of 2015. So it wasn't exactly six figures, but the next following year was my first complete entire year where I brought it from 0 to 100K, right? Well, 140. So I'm going to be giving you guys my tips on how I did that. Okay, so I even tried to use the most popular font that's on Etsy, which is Baby's new. I don't even know how to say it for you guys. This is probably the most popular font on Etsy. So the more listings you have, the better chance you have of being seen, right? So let's say I don't know how many listings there are on Etsy. There's probably like 1 million or so. Anyway, say there's 1,000 listings on Etsy, and you only have one listing on your storefront. So you have a 1 in 1,000 chance of being seen. So the more listings you have, say now if you have 5 listings, you have 5 out of 1,000 chances to be seen. So the more listings you have, the better chance you're gonna have of being seen. So you need to work on that every single day, getting at least like 2 to 5 up every single day, or depending on how bad you want to scale, like you could list up to 100 per day if you wanted to. Next is your product. Is it right for your audience? Sometimes people list anything up for sale hoping that somebody's going to buy it. You still have to do your own research. You have to make sure there's an audience for your actual product itself, and you have to use high quality pictures for your excuse me, you have to use high quality pictures for your product. You can't just upload a picture from your phone, even though phones do have some good quality photos, but make sure you have good lighting in order for those photos to be great. So make sure your product is good. You got to do your research on that. You got to make sure there's a market for it. And then whenever you post your product, make sure the photos are very high quality. So I had to come back to add that also there's a common misconception of people who say, oh, I didn't get my first sale until 6 months later. Oh, I didn't get my first sale until 8 months later. That's a big red flag, all right? If you're waiting that long in order to get a sale, then something's wrong. Your product's not right. It's not right for your audience. You don't have quality photos, etc. So if you're waiting that long, you're not getting a sale within the first 2 weeks, the first couple of days, then something is wrong, and you need to keep on fixing it until you get your sale. Next, you need to make sure your pricing is correct. You got to look up your product from other competitors. You got to make sure the pricing that they have, are people buying that product at that price. You can't just go out on a limb and price something. You got to have your product cost. You got to know the price of your labor. You got to understand your overhead and all of that. But at the same time, you have to see what your market is paying for that product. So you need to know your competition. You need to know your price. Next, you need to know your keywords, your SEO, search engine optimization for Etsy. I believe there's a website called, I've never used it, but I've heard good things about it, like websites like Marmalade. So whenever you list new products, you need to make sure your keywords relate to your product. So whenever people type in on Etsy search, say if you're selling a bandana, like what type of bandana are you looking for? A red bandana, red striped bandana. You need to make sure your keywords are correct. Is it for a particular holiday? Is it for a particular event? And so on. So you need to make sure you get your keywords down pat, because they all pretty much all these tips correlate to each other. So if your keywords are correct, they'll have a chance to find your listing. The more listings you have, the better it will be. The better the photo is, the more chance they will have of clicking on it. And if a lot of people sort, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I look for something to buy, I always sort it by price. So make sure your pricing is correct. All right. Okay, and last but not least, you need to build your brand. Your brand needs to represent your products cohesively, and you need to be able to provide excellent customer service. You need to get your products out fast. We live in a day and age where 2-day shipping is becoming the norm. I know that can be quite difficult. However, people do understand that Etsy is the type of marketplace where it's mostly individuals with providing a lot of custom goods, so they can understand that time can take a little bit longer, but it still needs to be a reasonable amount of days. So you need to get your stuff out fast. You need to provide excellent customer service, and just don't be that person where you have a 15-day return policy and they reach out to you on the 16th day asking for a refund, and you say no, it's out of the 15 days. Provide excellent customer service. Hey, it's no problem, because more than likely they're going to be a repeat customer. You don't want to worry about the short-term money. It's all about the long-term in it, and that's what's going to bring you closer to your goal. So that's it. You just need to build your brand. All right. So if you have any questions, please post it in the comments below. I don't know how much this video helped you, but I hope it did. I'm trying to cover the basic principles of building a successful Etsy store. So I'll try to make this a series. If that's something you guys would be interested in, please just let me know in the comments below if that's something you want to see. All right, peace.